So everyone, let's welcome Honorable Chief Guest of the summit, Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Bhupendra Patel ji. We are honored to have with us some truly distinguished guests today. Please join me giving a warm and thunderous round of applause to our esteemed guests. With great honor that we welcome our chief guest, guest of honor, and all distinguished guest dignitaries. Thank you for gracing us with your esteemed presence. Here we heartily welcome Shri Bhupendra Patel sir, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Kanjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu, Honorable Union Minister of Civil Aviation, Government of India, Shri B. Nam, Secretary, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Government of India. Everybody, please give a big hand and welcome them. Shri K. Rajaraman, Chairperson, International Financial Services Central Authority, IFSCA. Shri Hasmukh Adia, Chairperson, GIFT City Limited. Shri Piyush Srivastav, Senior Economic Advisor, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Government of India. Welcome you all. And Mr. Rami Mailad, Chairman, FICCI Civil Aviation Committee and President, MD Airbus South Asia and India. Good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste and very warm welcome to the India Aircraft Leasing and Financing Summit. We are truly delighted to have you all here today as we gather to explore the dynamic and evolving landscape of aircraft leasing, financing, strategies, and the exciting opportunities ahead. This summit offers a unique platform to discuss how we can shape the future of the aviation industry in India and beyond. To begin, we would like to express our gratitude to the distinguished dignitaries by presenting them with green certificates, an initiative by FICCI. The Green Certificate is a special FICCI initiative where a grove of 10 trees will be planted at Trees of Ecotourism, Tosmok, Sikkim, India, in the names of our esteemed dignitaries as a commitment to environmental sustainability. So now, I invite Mr. Rami Mailad to present the Green Certificate to our chief guest, Shri Bhupendra Patel, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat. Once again, I request Mr. Mailad to present the Green Certificate to our guest of honor, Shri Kanjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu, Honorable Union Minister of Civil Aviation, Government of India. Once again, I request Mr. Mailad to present the Green Certificate to Shri V. Nam, Secretary, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Government of India. He will present a Green Certificate to Shri K. Rajaraman, Chairperson, International Financial Services Centers Authority, IFSCA. Once again requesting Mr. Mailad to present the Green Certificate to Shri Hasmukh Adia, Chairperson, GIFT City. And lastly, Mr. Piyush Srivastav, Senior Economic Advisor, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Government of India. Thank you. We are now honored to invite Shri K. Rajaraman, Chairperson of the International Financial Service Center Authority, IFSCA, to set the tone for today's proceeding with his inaugural remarks. Please, sir.
A very good morning to all of you. Thank you all for coming. First of all, I would like to welcome the Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Bhupendra Rajnikant Patel, to this event. I think we are very deeply honored to have you, sir, for this event. We also like to welcome Shri Kanjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu, the Honorable Union Minister of Civil Aviation, Government of India. Thank you, sir, for coming and then honoring us with our presence, I would also like to take the opportunity to welcome Shri Nam, Secretary Civil Aviation, Dr. Hasmukh Adia, Chairperson, GIFT City and Advisor to Honorable CM, Mr. Piyush Srivastava, Senior Economic Advisor, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Mr. Rami Mailad, Chairman, FICCI Civil Aviation Committee and President and Managing Director of Airbus South Asia and India. I would also like to take the opportunity to welcome all of you, ladies and gentlemen, to this great gathering to kind of brainstorm on what we in the International Financial Services Center can do for the aviation industry in India. We welcome, therefore, the business leaders from the global aviation and financing industry and other distinguished delegates from the entire ecosystem, from banks, from insurance companies, from funds and many other legal firms, advisory firms, and members of the various agencies of the government, the DGCA, and many others who are here. I think all of you are really welcome to this event on India Aircraft Leasing and Financing Summit. This event is being organized by the Ministry of Civil Aviation in collaboration with FICCI and with the support of the International Financial Services Centers Authority and GIFT City. It's a landmark occasion. It is a landmark occasion to discuss the immense potential of India's aircraft leasing and financing ecosystem. Now, let me share a few thoughts about the status of leasing and the government initiatives in this regard. The Indian aviation sector is currently the third largest domestic aviation market globally, with a projected demand of over 2,200 new aircraft by 2040, requiring a capital outlay of more than $125 billion. Currently, more than 85% of India's commercial aircraft fleet is on lease from foreign lessors, which leads to significant financial outflow of capital. India is consuming the services of aircraft leasing and financing from other jurisdictions. Recognizing the future growth trajectory of the aviation industry and the economic growth potential of India, the Government of India has proactively worked towards building a robust aircraft leasing ecosystem in India, not to speak of the other initiatives like aircraft manufacturing, servicing, and so on and so forth. The establishment of GIFT City and the GIFT IFSC has been a pivotal step in this direction, aimed at creating a globally competitive aircraft leasing and financing hub. Let me give you a small outline of the GIFT IFSC ecosystem. The GIFT IFSC was set up with the dual objective of onshoring India-centric international financial services business. Many decades ago, many Indian businesses migrated abroad and continue to do India-focused business sitting from outside the country. So, thanks to the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister, an excellent policy regime, a tax regime, and a regulatory regime has been established in the IFSC, enabling some of these companies to come back. For example, the funds, alternate investment funds, or ship leasing companies, aircraft leasing companies, and many others. The second objective was to serve as a preferred gateway for channelizing global capital flows into and out of the country. And finally, I think, thanks to the vision of the Government of India and Honorable Prime Minister, the vision of Vikasit Bharat at 2047 beckons, because this is a great opportunity for India to demonstrate its presence in the global markets and in the global economy by becoming a developed country by 2047. And this will require a lot of capital, including the capital required for the aviation industry. So we intend to become a global financial center serving the needs of India and as a capital raise platform for its 2047 journey. GIFT IFSC has made great strides in achieving all these objectives. The uniqueness of IFSC as a distinct financial jurisdiction emanates from three fundamental factors. First, the IFSC has been designated as a non-resident zone under the Foreign Exchange Management Act, which means that entities set up in IFSC are outside the capital control restrictions and therefore can conduct business in any of the 14 notified freely convertible foreign currencies. Second, IFSC has been brought under the regulatory purview of a dedicated unified financial regulator, the International Financial Services Center Authority, which has been set up under an Act of Parliament, which is the International Financial Services Centers Authority Act of 2019. The regulatory intervention by the government has significantly bolstered the attractiveness and the certainty of policy in GIFT IFSC amongst global investors and financial institutions, as they now have to deal only with one unified authority for all approvals and licenses. Thirdly, through successive union budgets, the Government of India has provided a competitive tax regime for the IFSC, which is at par with what is available in other leading global financial centers. The competitive tax regime has ensured that financial services institutions operating from IFSC are competitive globally. Many incentives have been specially designed for specific industries such as aircraft leasing and financing. The Honorable Finance Minister of India, even in this budget, has announced 8 different tax treatments for various financial products and services out of GIFT City. In the last 4 years, IFSC has witnessed significant growth momentum. We now have 720 plus firms registered with IFSC across the full spectrum of financial services, including banking, asset management, insurance, capital markets, bullion, aircraft and ship leasing, fintech, etc. As the topic of today's discussion for the role of GIFT IFSC, I think it is very pertinent to highlight that in this period of Amrit Kal, where our country is poised to become a $5 trillion economy and a $30 to $35 trillion economy by 2047, we would require huge amounts of capital. As per estimates, we would have to triple or maybe quadruple our foreign capital inflows to be able to reach our full economic potential. GIFT IFSC, therefore, is being developed as a special jurisdiction, which would facilitate global capital flows into India and contribute significantly to the Viksit Bharat vision of Honorable Prime Minister and the Government of India and the state governments as well. This is a very critical policy initiative of Government of India and timely so. To give you some sector-specific examples of how IFSC is acting as a gateway, I'm happy to share that IFSC now houses 29 banks, out of which about 14 are international banks, with an asset size of nearly USD $78 billion. Nearly about $50 billion has been delivered as credit to various Indian corporates and foreign subsidiaries of Indian corporates, as well as foreign companies, which includes trade finance, project finance, etc. 2 international exchanges which have a total listing of nearly USD $65 billion worth of bonds. 140 fund managers who are registered here who have launched 215 plus funds in the last 2 years. Now, aircraft leasing in GIFT City is a very, very important product. Government of India and the IFSCA, especially the Ministry of Civil Aviation, has taken several initiatives to provide competitive aircraft leasing and financing ecosystem in IFSC, including strengthening the regulatory framework in alignment with global practices, competitive tax incentives, 10-year tax holiday, exemption from capital gains tax, exemption from GST, stamp duty, withholding tax on lease rentals, etc. And there is continuous focus on improvement and ease of doing business. The journey of aircraft leasing in GIFT City ecosystem began in 2021 with the introduction of the first leasing framework. Since then, it has witnessed remarkable growth. 33 plus aircraft lessors have leased 210 plus aviation assets, including 60 plus aircrafts. These are all green shoots. There is a long way to go to fully realizing India's potential as a global aircraft leasing hub. The roadmap ahead includes establishing the leasing ecosystem, encouraging global lessors to set up operations in GIFT City for operating lease businesses, enhancing financing infrastructure by supporting banks to set up specialized units to deliver high quality and cost-effective financing for leasing and purchase of aircrafts, and talent development. So IFSC has also enabled foreign universities to set up their operations here. We will shortly also work with some international universities to launch aviation leasing and financing courses in GIFT City in collaboration with the Ministry of Civil Aviation. In conclusion, India is on the brink of transformation in the aircraft leasing and financing domain. With GIFT IFSC at the center of this revolution, we are creating a dynamic, self-reliant and globally competitive aircraft leasing ecosystem. I invite all stakeholders to collaborate and seize this unprecedented opportunity when the Honorable Chief Minister and Honorable Minister for Civil Aviation are here to discuss, debate, and throw up new ideas which can actually get us to where we dream to be. So let us all together shape the future of aircraft leasing in India and position GIFT IFSC as a global leader for India's growth. Once again, I take this opportunity to welcome the Honorable Chief Minister and the Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation and all the senior officials here and the business leaders to this great event. Thank you very much and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. K. Rajaraman. It's my privilege to invite Sri Hasmukh Adia, Chairperson, GIFT, to deliver his special address.
Good morning, all. Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Honorable Union Civil Aviation Minister, Mr. Ram Mohan Naidu, Chairman IFSC, Secretary Civil Aviation, Mr. Bualanam, Mr. Remy Maillard, and other distinguished guests sitting on the dais. Welcome to the GIFT City. Those of you who haven't seen the infrastructure of the GIFT City, I would strongly suggest that before you leave, do visit some of the facilities which are available in GIFT City. Do get an idea about the world-class infrastructure that we are housing. Friends, GIFT City stands as a testament to India's ambitions to emerge as a leading global financial hub. With its world-class infrastructure, state-of-art facility, and an ecosystem that nurtures both professional and social life, GIFT City is an example of sustainable urban development combined with economic prosperity. GIFT, as you know, is the brainchild of our Honorable Prime Minister, and it is leading India's vision to become a global financial hub for the country. As India's landmark project, GIFT is equipped with the world-class facility like automated waste collection system, a district cooling system, and underground utility tunnel, to name a few. The master plan is conceptualized with a walk-to-work concept. The city's layout is equipped with a well-planned road network and modern transit system like metro, connecting GIFT City with Gandhinagar and Ahmedabad both. The airport and the railway station are just 30 minutes drive from GIFT City, making life here connected, convenient, and efficient. Apart from the two hotels which we are already housing in GIFT City, a new 5-star hotel is soon coming up and will further enhance the city's hospitality landscape. GIFT City is also becoming an educational hub, as mentioned by Mr. Rajaraman, with 2 Australian universities already operational and 2 UK-based universities are in the pipeline. There is already an established school in GIFT City in which 2,000 children are studying, which is housed in GIFT City. At present, we have about 22 operational tall buildings with additional 31 new commercial buildings under construction, which should be available within the next few years, in a couple of years only. In addition to providing quality infrastructure, we have been engaging in multiple initiatives to elevate social life of GIFT's residents. The city regularly hosts events such as concerts, marathons, Garba nights, and other cultural festivals that foster a sense of belonging and vibrancy among its residents. On the business front, GIFT is home to more than 31 Indian and international banks. As already mentioned, we have about 34 leading insurance and reinsurance companies which are also doing very well in GIFT City. They have all their foreign exchange business being run from GIFT City. And we have got about 55 plus technology or fintech giants who are also housed in GIFT City. I mean, people like Infosys, Wipro, Cognizant, etc., they are all here. GIFT has also now developed a base of aircraft leasing and ship leasing companies with about 45 entities currently operating and many more which are yet to come. We have already established GIFT City as a prominent financial center with 140 operational fund managers and cumulative bond listings exceeding $60 billion US. A landmark achievement was when there was a transition of SGX Nifty to GIFT Nifty, further solidifying our position on the international stage. The establishment of innovative financial products like India International Bullion Exchange. We also have a bullion exchange for your information, which has been significant. The yearly volume in bullion exchange in the current year, 24-25, has already surpassed 80 tons of gold trading done in GIFT bullion exchange. As you know, we are importing about 800 tons of gold every year into India, of which about 10% has already been traded in bullion exchange here. And we hope that we would be covering about 50% of the import through the bullion exchange here. Well, friends, it may not be wrong to say that GIFT is an opportunity now to set up business in GIFT City. For the bankers present here, I would like to suggest that the need to develop capabilities to provide funding based on asset valuation instead of doing only balance sheet financing, which they have been doing so far. In fact, for them, for the bankers, IFCI is a perfect platform to innovate structures and products based on global experiences. So all the global banks are doing this kind of financing, particularly for aircraft leasing or ship leasing, based on the asset valuation rather than balance sheet funding. It's time that bankers also in GIFT City, in IFSC area, think about it. India is expanding in a big way in civil aviation, and our aircraft order book is the testimony of that. We should all leverage this opportunity and grow this activity from GIFT City. As we move forward, the collaborative efforts of government bodies, private enterprises, and dedicated professionals will continue to transform GIFT City into not just a financial hub, but a thriving community. Together, we will all sustain this growth trajectory, creating immense opportunities and furthering India's presence in global financial area. Thank you very much for coming to GIFT City. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sri Arya sir, for your insightful address. Now I invite Mr. Remy Millard, Chairman of the FICCI Civil Aviation Committee and President and Managing Director of Airbus India and South Asia, to share his valuable insights on India aircraft leasing and financing. Mr. Remy Millard, everyone, please give a big hand and welcome him.
Good morning. Namaste. Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Bhupendra Patelji, Honorable Union Minister of Civil Aviation, Shri Rammohan Naiduji, Secretary Mocha, Shri Volnamji, Chairperson of Gift City, Shri Adiaji, Chairperson IFC, Shri Rajaramanji, Shri Piyush Srivastava, Senior Economic Advisor, Mocha, industry colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It is quite a privilege for me to talk finance in a land known for its business and entrepreneurial spirit. And sir, I have to confess that I feel home in Gujarat with the C295 final assembly line that you gracefully inaugurated with the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji last year, and with the partnership that we have with the Gati Shakti University in Baroda as well. And it's also a privilege to talk about an industry that is a key contributor to India's economic growth. What an enabling policy framework has done for India's aviation industry, it now seeks to do for aviation financing through the Gift City initiative. Developing a robust leasing and financing infrastructure can only help India cement itself as an integrated aviation destination, not only in the region, but also for the world. Today, and it was already mentioned, about 80% of the Indian fleet is managed by some 50 lessors with different levels of concentration. If we take a look at the future, the order backlog in India is about 1,800 aircraft, which is 2.5 times the current in-service fleet. And with ever-growing demand for air travel within the country and abroad, the aircraft order book is only going to grow, pointing to a very large capex requirement. The size of the pie is impressive, offering enough opportunities to both Indian and foreign finances and lessors, be it on new orders, aircraft, engines, fleet upgrades, or for specialized financing solutions. And why just fixed-wings aviation? India's civil helicopter industry is nascent, but with tremendous potential that is awaiting to be unlocked with the right financing and leasing solutions. Additionally, the inclusion of a full chapter on leasing in the DAP 2020 underlines the government's vision to cater to the armed forces' short-term mission-critical needs. And this has generated welcome interest in leasing among the Indian armed forces too. Well, friends, to be sure, these are early days for the financing and leasing industry in India. But we are witnessing a good start here in Gift City. Gift City's role in facilitating aerospace transactions has already begun, and Indian airlines and helicopter operators have begun leasing through Gift City, a trend that will only continue and expand in the coming years. And as the industry matures in Gift City, we can expect more national and international players to enter the market, strengthening the ecosystem. Earlier, I mentioned policy as an enabling factor. The government's recent move towards ratifying the Cape Town Convention represents a significant step in modernizing the aviation financing sector. And on behalf of FICCI and the entire aviation industry, we thank the Union government for placing the bill in Parliament. As an industry, we await the final parliamentary ratification with much anticipation. We're confident that this significant step will enhance legal clarity, stimulate growth in aircraft leasing, and strengthen India's position in international aviation markets. On behalf of FICCI, I welcome the dignitaries and delegates to this milestone event. We look forward to very detailed and comprehensive discussions on these topics in the technical panels to follow this inauguration session. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Millard, for your thought-provoking words. And now I please to invite Shri Vibhual Namji, Secretary, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Government of India, to deliver his special address.
Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Sri Bhupendra Patel ji, Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, Sri Kinjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu, respected Chairman of the GIFT City Limited, Dr. Hasmukh Adhia, respected Chairman of the IFSCA, Sri Rajaraman, the FICCI Chair for Aviation, Sri Remy Mallard, my colleague, Mr. Piyush Srivastava, the Senior Economic Advisor in Ministry of Civil Aviation, and all the distinguished delegates who are present here today. As we start off this India Aircraft Leasing and Financing Summit, I will just make three very brief points. We have the full day to discuss more. My first point, the civil aviation sector in India, the way we look at it, is to provide a stable regulatory framework so that all the stakeholders, private sector and everyone else, can invest into that, can get into that and make it a fruitful enterprise. So we are committed to provide a stable regulatory framework. In the airport development, that is what we have done, and we have seen much success. For the functioning of our airlines, the Indian carriers, again, that is what we aspire to provide, a stable regulatory framework, and we are happy to see them grow. And today, regarding aircraft acquisition, aircraft leasing and financing, it is again with a commitment to provide a stable regulatory framework that we meet today, and we would like to assure that is the founding spirit on which we would like to promote each element of the civil aviation here in India. My second point, as we gather here, our Indian carriers are looking at doubling the number of aircrafts that they will acquire over the next 5 years. They will almost double from about 800 to about 1,500. So there's a huge acquisition process that will be happening as we speak, as we move ahead every week, every month. And that is what we are gathered here for. So I am extremely happy that all the stakeholders, we have taken the time to meet here. There is some huge business, some huge activity that is ahead of us in the immediate future itself. So in the next 5 years itself, our own Indian carriers are looking at acquiring a very large number of aircrafts. My third and last point is, in that context, I'm here really to very keen to hear from all your interactions and your interventions. I commit to be here till the very end of this program, till the very last minute, and I would request and urge everyone also to be here. The inputs that we get today would be valuable for us. I think the interactions will be valuable, and I hope and look forward to very fruitful discussions. All the very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We are now honored to invite our guest of honor, Shri Kinjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu, Honorable Union Minister of Civil Aviation, Government of India, to deliver his address. Everybody, please put your hands together and welcome him for a speech.
Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Bhupender Rajnikant Patel ji, Secretary Ministry of Civil Aviation, Shri Voalnam ji, Chairperson Gift City, Hasmukh Adhia ji, Chairperson IFSCA, Raja Raman ji, Chairperson FICCI, Remy Mallard ji, and aviation industry leaders, and all the esteemed dignitaries that are here, a very good morning to each and every one of you, and namaste. I am, first of all, very thankful to the Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Bhupender ji, for his esteemed presence here. In fact, it is a very busy time for him. The assembly sessions are running on one side, and the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is also visiting Gujarat today, and he has a very extensive program. So in his own right, he has the right to be busy with his, all his commitments. But he has made time. On our request, he has come here with his presence. So we are very, very thankful on behalf of each and everyone here, once again, for his commitment and the seriousness that he brings to the event. So very thankful to Honorable Chief Minister for being here. In fact, I also have to mention this. We have one Rajnikant in the south, who is the superstar of Indian cinema. And this is another superstar, Rajnikant, here of Gujarat city. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much for being here. And on behalf of the Government of India and also Government of Gujarat, we welcome each and every one of you to the vibrant state of Gujarat. And I extend a warm welcome to everyone that is here. The success of any summit or any meeting depends on the interest that is shown by the audience. And I see that not a single seat is vacant here. That shows the kind of interest that everyone is showing. So again, thankful for that kind of interest and the excitement that you people are showing. So welcome to the land of good governance, good business, and good people. Gujarati hospitality is unmatched, and I'm sure many of you would have already experienced it. And this is the first time that I'm coming after becoming a cabinet minister. And I have to say that it almost feels like home, like our brother Remy has been mentioning. Gujarat feels like home is the kind of love and affection Gujarat is showing to each and every one of you. And with that interest, I once again welcome all of you here to this event. But what truly sets this whole event apart is its unparalleled entrepreneurial spirit and the bold vision. And who better than our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, who has led this country in the last 10 years into such great heights and making India the brightest spot in the whole world. And when we talk about India's rise as economic powerhouse, one name that stands tall is Gujarat, the state of Gujarat. And Gujarat has risen up to be a driver of Indian economy under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. And I remember one thing, back in the day in the 90s, two models that emerged in the country. One was the Gujarat model, one was Andhra model, which was being led by our present Chief Minister, Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu. So both these models have become the foundation today. And today I'm seeing that same kind of atmosphere in the country, where on one side Narendra Modi ji as the Prime Minister, and again Chandrababu Naidu ji as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, they're kind of getting that synergy again and bringing that entrepreneur spirit back in the country and pushing each and every one to break the shackles, to break the limits, so that India can grow in all directions. So it is a very great and interesting time for all of us, and we have to ensure that the kind of support the government is giving to us, we take full benefit of it, and we take lead in the things that we are doing. And this gift city was also envisioned by our Modi ji during his tenure as Chief Minister of Gujarat. What began as a bold dream under Modi ji's leadership has now become India's first operational smart city and international financial hub. And we are right now at the gateway of international financial markets. Today, Gift City is competing with global financial centers like Singapore and Dubai. With its world-class infrastructure and business-friendly environment, it is a shining success story of the ease of doing business that is running in the country. And with the driving force of double-engine government under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister Bhupender ji, it has become the growth engine of this country. And I would like to personally thank once again Bhupender ji for extending all the support. And I'm confident that Gift City will give India's aviation sector the further required confidence, collaboration, and commitment to develop a competitive aircraft leasing hub. I look forward to the summit with very high expectations. It has brought together policymakers, industry leaders, and global stakeholders for aircraft leasing and financing. I sincerely hope that this is going to bridge the gaps that aircraft financing in the country have been seeing for some time and create an enabling framework to attract more incentive lessors. Aircraft leasing is a key financial innovation that India's growing aviation sector urgently needs. Fueled by the regional connectivity scheme, UDAN, which was also a brainchild of our Honorable Prime Minister, UDAN, which translates to Uday Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. It is for the rising middle class and doubling of airports in just 10 years. India has become the third largest aviation domestic market in the whole world, and the fastest growing aviation market also, with year-on-year growth more than 10% and sometimes reaching up to 14%. Our domestic air passenger traffic reached the mark of 161 million in 2024, marking a 6% increase from the previous year. Just recently on 23rd February, the Indian airline carriers carried above 5,35,000 passengers on one single day, which is 20% higher than the yearly average. This is a great statistic which shows the future of the Indian aviation sector. From a fleet of 395 in 2014, we have grown to 829 today. Our airlines have also placed an order of already almost 2,000 aircrafts, out of which 1,700 or more are still pending, which is the largest order book in the industry's history. And let me share some more numbers which reflect the demand of the future in aviation. By 2047, which is the Viksit Bharat goal that our Honorable Prime Minister has set before us, we are planning to build 350 airports, minimum. At least we see that India is going to operate with 350 airports by 2047, with 34 of them functioning as mega airports where they will be handling 2 crore passengers annually. And in the next 5 years itself, we also have a roadmap where we are planning to build 50 more airports, and the counting ticker has already started, and we are ready with 4. 2 more are ready for inauguration, so 6 are already done, and the counter is still going on. So 50 in the next 5 years is what we are envisioning. And then on top of that, the study done by Center for Asia Pacific Aviation, the number of aircrafts operating in India would exceed 5,000 by 2050. Just register the number, which is 5,000. On top of this, we are also extending the UDAN scheme, which was earlier there for 10 years. Recently, in the budget speech, our Honorable Finance Minister has graciously extended it for another 10 years, which is going to connect 4 crore passengers in the country and is going to create 120 new destinations in the country also. So you see the pressing demand that is arising. But here, we see that 80% of our fleet is currently leased from countries such as Ireland and Singapore. So now I ask the question, why not India now? The aircraft leasing and financing business is the most profitable segment in the entire aviation value chain. We must create a strong ecosystem for it in India to be globally competitive. For Indian carriers, our observation has been that any depreciation of the rupee against the US dollar results in a direct hit in their net profits. So with this summit, we aim to change that dynamic a little bit. Recognizing the immense potential of the aircraft leasing and financing business, the Government of India has announced in the Union Budget 29-20, which was 5 years ago, that the time in India is ripe for aircraft financing and leasing activities from Indian shores. And at that time, IFSC, where we are today, was identified as the natural choice for ongoing onshore financing and leasing activities. And to operationalize this vision, we introduced several tax, regulatory, and policy incentives. 100% tax deduction on capital gains from the transfer of aircraft by IFSC units, 100% business income deduction for 10 years, exemption from withholding tax for IFSC-based lessors, tax exemption on dividends paid by one IFSC aircraft leasing unit to another, and additionally, we had made some regulatory changes also. The DGCA under the Ministry of Civil Aviation has amended its civil aviation requirements to simplify the transfer, release, registration, and deregistration of aircraft within India. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs has issued a notification exempting aircraft, engines, airframes, and helicopters from the provisions of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, which was in 2016. The Government of Gujarat has also stepped in with strong support, granting a stamp duty waiver for all activities related to setting up units in IFSC, as well as the acquisition of movable property like aircraft in the 10 years. So a lot of initiatives have come together so that we can form the foundation. We are also trying to walk the talk in promoting the aircraft and leasing business in the country. And the measures that have led significant growth with aircraft lease rising from 0 in 2020 to almost 20 in 23-24, and today, to the up-to-date, if you see the number, it is 67. As of January 25, 33 aircraft leasing and finance entities have registered with the IFSCA. These entities have facilitated with 210 assets, including wide-body, narrow-body aircrafts, bombardier jets, Gulf Streams, 72-seater ATRs, aircraft engines, and ground support equipment. So Gift City represents a transformative opportunity to bring home the value created by India's booming aviation sector. And not just this, to ensure that we fully recognize our capacity and potential, we have introduced legislative reforms also. I recently had the honor to introduce the Protection of Interests in Aircraft Subjects Bill 2025 in the Rajya Sabha on February 20th during the budget session, this bill aims to give legal force to the Cape Town Treaty and reduce the cost of leasing and financing aircraft by lowering the risk for creditors. This has been a strong demand by the airlines also. We have taken their feedback and we have given that legal push from our side and we have created this law. So we have introduced it in Rajya Sabha, and the confidence that I'm seeing with the people here today and the excitement that you've shown through this summit, I am more confidently going to go to the parliament and get it passed in both the houses. I assure you of this today. And I firmly believe that enactment of this bill will significantly bring a lot of benefits to the Indian aviation ecosystem. By providing that legal certainty, we can reduce the risk premium for lessors and financiers, potentially lowering the leasing cost by an estimated 8 to 10%. This is the industry estimate. This reform will also improve contract enforceability and making repossession process more efficient and creating a business environment that attracts not only the domestic but also global lessors and financiers. And that is the vision that we have today. I see this as a game changer for our airlines, enabling them to access international financing and leasing markets with better terms of negotiation. It will help them expand and modernize their fleets, launch new routes, and enhance regional and international connectivity. Today, our airlines are forced to look beyond our borders for financing, which not only raises foreign exchange costs, but also places an additional financial burden on them through higher financial charges. I believe that today we have an opportunity to turn this around by learning from our neighbors in Asia like China and Singapore, and also the Middle East, where home currency financing has empowered their airlines to grow stronger and to compete globally. But what excites me most is the ripple effect that this is going to have. When I'm doing all these legislative reforms, or when we are trying to facilitate, at the core in promoting the business, we have the common man of this country in the heart. We want to see that these benefits that we are talking about in terms of the industry somehow get passed on to the passenger who is traveling in these aircrafts. So when you talk about lowering down the costs, let it be leasing or purchasing or anything, then ultimately the airfare cost is also going to come down. So it is with that interest you might want to see that why is government pushing it so strongly, because at the end we have the common passenger getting that benefit. So that is the push that we want to give. And I believe that it is also going to empower our vision of UDAN 2.0, with now cost of purchasing and aircraft leasing coming down. The expansion is going to be very, very easy for us. Now we see that there is a huge demand, but the aircrafts and the fleet is not being replenished at that kind of speed that we want to see in the market. So when you bring in these kind of reforms, then we can see that there will be an increase. There will be a better speed in which the aircrafts are going to come into the country and serve the domestic connectivity that's become a huge demand today. And this leasing, which emerges as a vital solution, enables our airlines to spread costs across the lease period and to operate competitively. And it provides an efficient way to increase their fleet at a very faster pace without overburdening their balance sheets. And the leasing and financing ecosystem that we are building here at Gift City is going to support a wide range of stakeholders, including aircraft lessors, aircraft engine lessors, ground support equipment lessors, NSOP operators for cargo, and also seaplane operations. Based on the feedback from the industry, last year we have launched modified guidelines for seaplanes under the RCS UDAN scheme, and following the demo flight also we have done in the country in the month of September, and we are seeing a growing interest in the sector. Now, the demand is there, the interest is there, but where we see the problem is to bring the aircrafts in the country. And there I feel that this leasing, when you have the right kind of legal framework, right kind of push from the governments, then the whole connectivity from one end to the other end becomes very easy. And we see that this interest that we are seeing here is also going to help us in improving the seaplane operations in the country. And I'm very optimistic about the estimated 5 billion annual leasing opportunity that this sector provides in the country, which could become a profitable avenue for infrastructure financing in the country. Gift City is a vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, and I am committed to realize it as the future of Indian aviation. Developing this line of business within our borders will not only position India on the map of global financial centers, but also give a significant boost to the Atmanirbhar Bharat to the Make in India initiative. I also look at this opportunity to catalyze the development of India's MRO sector, which is currently hindered by financiers and lessors' preference for overseas markets. We are fastest growing MRO market globally, expanding at 3 times the global rate. By allowing 100% FDI through automatic route, simplifying the tax structure with a uniform 5% IGST on aircraft parts, extending timelines for re-imports and abolishing royalties from MROs, we have positioned India as a competitive global MRO hub. And from 2021 to 2031, our MRO sector is projected to grow at an impressive rate of 9%. And I'm very confident that with a boost on aircraft leasing, the MRO industry is going to double to $4 billion industry by 2030 in the country. Along with MRO, I'm inclined to have a roadmap for encouraging aircraft component manufacturing in the country. Major OEMs, they're all sourcing great chunks of their requirements from the country itself. And few months ago, our Honorable Prime Minister and also our Honorable Chief Minister has inaugurated the Tata Aircraft Complex in Vadodara, which our friend Remy has been talking about, marking a historic milestone in India's airspace journey with the manufacturing of C-295 military aircraft in the country. And not very far, we are going to see a day where India is going to be capable of manufacturing its own regional transport aircraft, which has been a dream for a long time, but we are consistently pushing that idea, and we feel that the time is right for India to have that kind of vision. And I'm confident that with the seamless integration of production, financing, and leasing capabilities, we will also manufacture, like I said, our own civilian aircraft in the country. In recent years, the aircraft leasing industry has seen its operations shift rapidly from the Western to the Eastern nations, driven by stable financial markets. Notably, 5 of the 12 largest lessors now hail from the Asian continent. By learning from the successes of established hubs such as Ireland, Singapore, US, China, we have identified and addressed the key bottlenecks that we identified in the country, and now we are unleashing the full potential that we have in the leasing industry. And I'm confident that through this summit, we will be able to provide a platform to explore the evolving opportunities in India's aircraft leasing and financing sector. This is India's open invitation to all the financiers, all the lessors worldwide to come invest in the country today and take benefit of the growing aviation market in the country. For airlines, affordable and efficient leasing mechanisms will empower them to scale operations and expand their fleets. For lessors and financiers, India offers a booming market with guaranteed returns and opportunities for long-term partnerships. For ancillary industries like aircraft maintenance, training, and infrastructure development, there also we see a great potential for growth. Through collective efforts and strategic partnerships, I am confident India will establish itself as a global leader in this aircraft leasing and financing business. I look forward to all the discussions and impactful collaborations which are happening today at this summit, and especially all the people from various different, the banking sector, financing sector, lessors, across the globe also many of you are here. So we are once again thankful for your esteemed presence. And like I said, like I've just explained, we have the right policy, and whatever required we are trying to do. We have the right place, Gift City, IFSC, no better place than this in the whole world. All we needed was the right people, and I see them right in front of me. So that is why we have brought all of you together here. So the right policy, the right place, and the right people. Now we are all waiting for the miracle. And today with this session, we feel that with all the feedback that we are going to get from all of you, definitely we are going to take the right step forward. And we are very excited, just like you are. There is a huge potential that we are all seeing here. And I once again would like to thank our Honorable Prime Minister. Whatever we are seeing, whatever we are doing today has all been the guidance of our Honorable Prime Minister, who has thought about this not today. He has envisioned this back in the day, like 20 years before he has thought that this is going to be the thing in the future. So he has created that foundation right from day zero itself. And today we are trying to stand on it. Today we are trying to reap the benefits of it. And I'd like to extend my thanks to the government of Gujarat, and especially the Chief Minister, for providing full support. Gujarat is taking a huge lead in capturing the aviation business in the country. And definitely it is a place where we can create an aviation hub also for the whole country. And definitely the core of this financing is going to happen from here. So everyone has to take advantage of it. So we invite everyone once again and welcome to each and everyone who has come all the way to this gift city to participate in this event. Thank you, each and everyone. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister, sir, for your inspiring and informative speech. And it's really our immense pleasure, and we feel really honored to have a valuable presence of Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Bhupendra Patel ji. So everybody give a big round of applause and welcome him for his occasional speech. Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat and Chief Guest of today's summit, Shri Bhupendra Patel ji.
इंडिया एयरक्राफ्ट लीजिंग एंड फाइनेंसिंग समिट में हमारे साथ मंच पर उपस्थित केंद्रीय मंत्री श्री किंजारापू राम मोहन नायडू जी, गिफ्ट सिटी के चेयरपर्सन श्री डॉक्टर हसमुख अडिया जी, केंद्रीय सचिव श्री वी वॉलमनाम, IFSCA के चेयरमैन श्री राजारमन, सीनियर इकोनॉमिक एडवाइज़र श्री पीयूष श्रीवास्तव जी, फिक्की के सिविल एविएशन कमेटी के चेयरमैन श्री रेमी मिलाड, आमंत्रित अतिथिगण, प्रेस मीडिया के मित्र, आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। वैश्विक नेता और यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी के विशिष्ट विजन से कार्यान्वित गिफ्ट सिटी में इंडिया एयरक्राफ्ट लीजिंग एंड फाइनेंस समिट में देश विदेश से पधारे सभी महानुभावों का मैं हृदय से स्वागत करता हूं। गिफ्ट सिटी ने आज भारत के फिनटेक हब के रूप में पहचान बनाई है। ऐसे समय में यह समिट एविएशन सेक्टर के विकास तथा एयरक्राफ्ट लीजिंग एंड फाइनेंसिंग के लिए राइट जॉब एट राइट प्लेस है। मुझे विश्वास है कि भविष्य में खुलने वाले एविएशन सेक्टर के नए अवसरों पर इस समिट में गंभीरता से विचार विमर्श होगा और देश के एविएशन सेक्टर को भी बल मिलेगा। प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भारत दुनिया की तीसरी सबसे बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था बनने की दिशा में तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहा है। इसमें एविएशन सेक्टर का भी महत्वपूर्ण योगदान रहने वाला है। प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में गत 10 वर्षों में एविएशन क्षेत्र में बड़े बदलाव आए हैं और भारत दुनिया के एविएशन इकोसिस्टम का एक मजबूत आधार स्तंभ बना है। प्रधानमंत्री जी विशिष्ट सोच वाले नेता हैं। उन्होंने इस क्षेत्र के 360 डिग्री विकास के विजन के साथ काम किया है। आदरणीय श्री नरेंद्र भाई ने देश का आम आदमी भी इस शुरू की गई इस योजना के अंतर्गत अब तक देश के 14 मिलियन यात्री हवाई सफर कर चुके हैं। बीते एक दशक में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में देश में एयरपोर्ट की संख्या डबल हो गई है और इसका लाभ देश के टियर 2 और टियर 3 नागरिकों को भी मिला है। इसके साथ ही उन्होंने देश में मेंटेनेंस, रिपेयर और ओवरऑल सर्विसेज इंडस्ट्रीज के विकास के लिए भी एक विशेष नीति बनाई है। आने वाले दिनों में भारत में एविएशन सेक्टर के विकास की बड़ी संभावनाएं हैं। गुजरात का तो सौभाग्य है कि 2.5 दशकों से प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी का नेतृत्व का लाभ हमें मिल रहा है। उनके नेतृत्व में गुजरात देश की जीडीपी में 8% से अधिक और औद्योगिक उत्पादन में 18% से योगदान के साथ देश का ग्रोथ इंजन बना है। ग्लोबल OEM और फॉर्च्यून 500 की सूची में शामिल 100 से अधिक कंपनियां गुजरात में कार्यरत है। उद्योग के लिए अनुकूल माहौल, पॉलिसी ड्रिवन गवर्नेंस और स्किल्ड वर्कफोर्स उपलब्ध है। यही कारण है कि गुजरात इंजीनियरिंग सेक्टर, ऑटो इंडस्ट्रीज और एरोस्पेस सेक्टर की कंपनियों के लिए आकर्षण का केंद्र बना है। प्रधानमंत्री जी के प्रयासों के कारण ही बड़ौदा में ट्रांसपोर्ट एयरक्राफ्ट C-295 के निर्माण के लिए टाटा एयरबस की असेंबली यूनिट की स्थापना की गई है। साथ ही राज्य में आनुषंगिक उद्योग भी विकसित हो रहे हैं। हमारी सरकार राज्य में एयरपोर्ट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को बढ़ावा दे रही है। वर्तमान में 2 कार्यरत इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट के साथ गुजरात में कुल 19 एयरपोर्ट हैं। इस वर्ष के बजट में भारत सरकार के सहयोग से सूरत, बड़ौदा, भावनगर और पोरबंदर एयरपोर्ट के विस्तार और दाहोद में ग्रीनफील्ड एयरपोर्ट बनाने का आयोजन है। इतना ही नहीं, देश की पहली ग्रीनफील्ड स्मार्ट सिटी धौलेरा में स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर वाले एयरपोर्ट का निर्माण होने से गुजरात के साथ साथ देश की अर्थव्यवस्था को भी रफ्तार मिलेगी। प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी के विजन को साकार करने में गुजरात हमेशा सबसे आगे रहा है। हमारी सरकार का संकल्प है कि एविएशन सेक्टर में भी गुजरात देश का नेतृत्व करे। एविएशन सेक्टर के विकास के लिए आवश्यक उत्पादन क्षमता, पर्याप्त इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और उद्योग को प्रोत्साहन देने वाली यह सरकार है। ग्लोबल एविएशन एरिना में लीजिंग और फाइनेंसिंग की सभी सुविधा एक अम्ब्रेला की तरह IFSC में उपलब्ध हो, भारत में आने वाले ग्लोबल एविएशन लीडर्स के लिए यह बड़ा एडवांटेज है। मैं यहाँ उपस्थित एविएशन सेक्टर से सभी लीडर्स का गुजरात की विकास यात्रा में शामिल होने के लिए स्वागत करता हूँ और आपको यह आश्वस्त करता हूँ कि गुजरात सरकार हर कदम पर आपके साथ खड़ी रहेगी। प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी के 2047 तक विकसित भारत के निर्माण का संकल्प किया है। भारत के प्रत्येक क्षेत्र में आत्मनिर्भर बनकर इस संकल्प को साकार करने की दिशा में तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहा है। हाल ही में प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा था कि दुनिया में अपार संभावनाएं हैं, हम अब और इंतजार नहीं कर सकते। आदरणीय नरेंद्र भाई के नेतृत्व में विकास के लिए यही समय है, सही समय है। एविएशन सेक्टर में भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनाने के संकल्प के साथ हम सब साथ मिलकर आगे बढ़े, इसी अपेक्षा के साथ मैं अपना वक्तव्य पूर्ण करता हूं। भारत माता की जय, वंदे मातरम, जय जय गरवी गुजरात।
खूब 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 आभार, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू सो मच ऑनरेबल CM सर। नाउ there will be a IFSC Aviation a key announcement by Dr. Dipesh Shah, ex-director IFSCA. I would like to invite him on the stage. Mr. Dipesh Shah.
Thank you, sir, for the energizing all of us with your addresses. As we had just spoken about what all is happening, there are 4 key businesses updates which is showing how the IFFC is emerging as an important financing and leasing hub. If we see the first transaction from Air India, Gift IFFC, sir, the Air India has now a leasing arm in the IFFC at Gift, which was established in September 2023. By February 2025, they've already leased 12 finance lease from Gift, which is with an aggregate value of more than $1 billion, 6 wide body, 2 narrow body, and 4 trainer aircrafts have been leased from Gift. In March 2025, sir, for the first time, 34 trainer aircraft with financing from Axis Bank in Gift IFFC has been concluded. And sir, this now witnesses the entire financing and leasing, including all the transactions, the borrower, lender, the law firm, the security trustee, and the facility agent, all present in Gift IFFC for this transaction. And as we are aware, sir, Air India has already placed 500 plus aircraft or deliveries for next 4 to 5 years. And we expect many of those transactions to happen from the GIFT IFFC. We have Air India team today. If we can just request them to stand up where they are, the Air India team. Congratulations for your transactions from the GIFT IFFC. Sir, we have second important transactions witnessed through the GIFT IFFC is the Interglobe Aviation Financial Services IFFC Limited. They established in July 2024. By February 2025, they have financed 30 Airbus A321 Neo family aircraft of aggregating value of more than US $1.8 billion. They've acquired 2 ATR aircraft with USD $40 million on its balance sheet for onward leasing to Indigo India. And Indigo is also expected to finance more than 25 aircraft in the coming financial year 25-26. We have representatives from Indigo. If we can request them to kindly stand up where they are, acknowledging their efforts in building this important ecosystem. Sir, we have seen the third transaction from Bank of India. This is the first India-based bank to do aviation financing. In GIFT IFFC, they have financed $27 million aircraft for Reliance International Leasing Arm. We have Bank of India representatives here today, which have ventured into this financing. We request them to stand up where they are. Thank you. And sir, we are also witnessing large number of transactions for helicopter, Volark Leasing, which is established in 2022. By 25 February, we have already seen 20 plus helicopters leased into India, Indonesia and Vietnam from IFFC. In 25-26, they are planning more than 10 helicopters to be leased from IFFC. There are other lessors also like Viman and others which also leased sizable number of aircraft and helicopters from IFFC into India. Sir, with your kind words and your guidance today, I think the IFFC ecosystem, we have financiers, we have law firms, we have facility agents, everybody present in the room, and we are sure that with today's testimony of the transactions happening in IFFC, this will further facilitate more such businesses from IFFC. Thank you, sir, for your presence today.
Great, thank you so much. And now we are pleased to announce the release of the knowledge report by KPMG. And so that I would like to invite Mr. Girish Nair, Partner and National Lead, Aviation Global Lead Airports, KPMG. Please come on the stage. Mr. Girish Nair from KPMG. Everybody, please big round of applause and let's congratulate to KPMG for this knowledge report. Great, thank you. And it's a very big and a kickstart of the summit. Thank you so much. Once again, we say big thank you to Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Bhupendra Patel ji, Shri Kinjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu, Honorable Union Minister of Civil Aviation, Government of India. Thank you, sir, for being with us. Shri V. Walnam, Secretary, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Government of India. Shri K. Rajaraman, Chairperson, International Financial Services Centers Authority, IFSCA. Shri Hasmukh Adia, sir, Chairperson, GIFT City Limited. Mr. Piyush Srivastav, Senior Economic Advisor, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Government of India. And Mr. Remy Millard, Chairman, FICCI Civil Aviation Committee and President and MD, Airbus South Asia and India. We would also like to express our sincere gratitude to the Government of Gujarat, Ministry of Civil Aviation, IFSCA and FICCI team for their continuous efforts and hard work in organizing this summit. We would also like to thank to our sponsors, Government of Gujarat, Airbus, Indigo, KPMG, Viman, Boeing, Vistara Group, Willys Lease Finance, Apex and Air India. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Everyone are requested to please be seated. Our Honorable Chief